What's up, everybody? Brett here. Super excited today to finally be bringing you the Of Flesh and Faith DLC for Battle Brothers. Thank you to everyone who's joining me. You're as big of a nerd as I am. Battle Brothers is one of those games that flies under the radar of like mainstream Twitch, all that stuff, AAA title stuff. It's one of the best games I've ever played. And if you're here watching, it's probably not your first time seeing Battle Brothers, and you love it as much as I do. So once again, thank you for joining me, guys. I took your votes into consideration, the things that you guys wanted, and kind of added in a little bit of my own decision making there. And I've decided today that our start is going to be as the Anatomists. And I'll talk a little bit more about why that is, why I think they're perhaps a little bit more interesting and more nuanced of a playthrough than the Oath Keepers. Oath Takers. I'm going to say Oath Keepers probably every other time I say it. Oath Takers. Got it. All right. So without much further ado, we're going to spend a little bit of time here in the beginning talking and looking and reading and figuring stuff out, but then we're going to get into it. So off camera, I went ahead and just did a start as the Oath Takers, just to see kind of their starting equipment, their starting message. You always get like a big message right at the beginning that kind of sets the tone for your campaign, and just to get a feel for it. And as sick as these guys look, and as fun as I think the campaign would be, I just think the Anatomist just has more going for it. So let's see. Oath Takers are knightly warriors beholden not to liege lords, but to the ideals and teachings of their founder, young Anselm. The order now finds itself in dire straits, and they've turned to you to reverse their fortunes. Can you teach these zealots to become successful mercenaries? So their paladins start with 2 battle-hardened warriors and good equipment, and believe me, they were quite good when I started with them. It was pretty damn awesome. And then their equipment was also very good as well. And then Oath Takers, sworn to young Anselm's teachings, you must take oaths to confer various advantages and disadvantages until fulfilled. And right off the bat, you get one of these options, and you get to choose from 3. All 3 of the options that I got were very dynamic and very interesting. At the cost of money, you get more experience. At the cost of experience, you get benefits in battle. And at the expense of money, you get, it's like this cool like paper, scissors, rock game where you kind of want to choose what it is that you need, at different stages of your campaign. I think it does add some pretty sweet flavor to the campaign. I'm not against doing an Oath Takers campaign, but let's go into the Anatomists and see why maybe I'm going with them instead. Fueled by an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, the Anatomists have spent years dissecting the exotic and the alien, with social mores dogging their research. However, they turn to you to form a mercenary company and provide them a new source of fresh specimens. So their aesthetic, I gotta say, I love the Oath Takers aesthetic as Bretonnian Knights way more than the Anatomists, as like, they're really not. At first I thought these guys looked a lot like witch hunters from Warhammer, and they kind of got that look to them, but they're definitely more like creepy necromancer vibes than that. So they start with 3 men and high funds, and probably some unique gear as well. They have the ability to research the corpses of your fallen foes and gain knowledge to empower your men. And then the fact that they're not fighters is their big negative. Your men will never be of confident morale. And I'm not sure yet whether or not that's just your starting bros, or if that's your entire company for the rest of the game. Because that's a pretty big debuff if that's the case. The thing that really sold me on the Anatomists, the thing that pushed me over the edge, is the fact that they said in the press releases that even if you're playing as the Anatomists, you can still find and recruit Oath Takers. So we can still get some of these badasses in our company and kind of roleplay them a little bit. Whether or not that'll lead to Oath Taker specific scenarios, I don't know. I hope so, though. But guys, without any further ado, let's go ahead and start it. You know what? I really didn't give much thought to our company name, but we're of course going to use one of the 2 new banners. This is the one for the Anatomists, and then this is the one for the Grail Knights. So, okay, company name. Damn, I'm on the spot now. We're gonna go with random. I don't like permanent destruction. I don't much care for that, and I don't really mind any of these late game crises. I find the nobles or the Holy War to be the most interesting early on. The other is just like endless waves of monsters. Let's see, our company name. This just came to me. Maybe this is cool. I don't know. The Dark Brigade. Instead of the Light Brigade, we're going to be the Dark Brigade. As far as difficulty, hopefully you guys like that. I don't know. I was on the spot. Economic difficulty and starting funds. I like high and beginner. These guys start with more money, so I'm curious to see how much high starting funds plus a beginner level economic difficulty really benefits them. I do enjoy the unexplored map. I don't know what you would call this. A little ticker that they added in the game. If you don't know what that is, it makes it so that there's a fog of war on the map, and you have to actually go and discover all the cities. I find this is almost like the way the game was intended to be. I don't enjoy Iron Man mode. And combat difficulty, I don't like having buffs that the beginner gives you. And I find expert to be such an incredible slog that I basically never play on it. And that's kind of why I choose, just to give you guys the quick rundown if you're a newer player, why beginner, why high. Does it seem like I'm kind of like cheating a little bit? It's like, no. The game is time, right? It's all about time management. Beginner and high starting funds. This lets us get off and running a little bit faster. Though make no mistake, we could do the same thing. It would just take many more in-game days to get to the same point. Or we can get a little bit extra cash in the beginning and start doing more fun stuff faster. And then the beginner difficulty is definitely a bonus. But once again, it's just like, over the course of a long campaign, it's just making it so that we have to take less garbage fights to make random money to do the same thing. So it adds no actual difficulty, only a kind of a time barrier. Whereas veteran versus beginner versus expert definitely adds actual difficulty. So without any further ado, guys, let's start it. I'm going to read. Hope you guys are as stoked as I am. Feel free in the comment section to add all the role-playing stuff. We've had amazing short stories and things written in the past. I'm happy to have some of you guys back. If you want named characters, including the 3 that we have at the beginning, I might claim one character. I like to usually either be the leader or something similar, like the sergeant type character. And if you guys would like to claim any other characters, create their backstories, stuff that we can add into the campaign, I am super down for that. And with the inclusion of the potions, which we haven't really even talked about yet, where we can permanently augment dudes, I'm anticipating some really sweet opportunities for roleplay. So, the Anatomists. You thought them bounty hunters at first, but they were quick to correct you in that they announced themselves as researchers, not searchers. When you were still yet confused, they explained that they were anatomists, which did not help their efforts. Frustrated, they called you a colloquial hole. Okay, which you were proud to retort that you knew what colloquial meant. I do. But they laughed and said you misheard, for they were referring to you in the bird sense. Oh, damn. See, now they lost me again. Whoever writes these has such a great vocabulary. With them laughing in your face, you drew your sword, and at this point they put their hands in the air, each one holding a purse filled with crowns. You better. After some further talk, you figured out that they're eggheads with a keen interest in corpses. Being that you are quite talented in creating corpses yourself, they saw fit to hire you to do exactly that for them. You will traverse the land hiring a formidable band of mercenaries and help these peculiar men accomplish their scientific tasks. All that you ask is that they do not funny things with your body. Oh, they do not do funny things with your body if you happen to die. Yeah, appreciate that. The Anatomists put on warm smiles and promise they'd never do such a thing to a man they're doing business with. Lies. Each one of them looks like they learned how to smile from a dead man, but you'll just have to take their word for it. On second thought, promise to leave my body alone while I'm alive too. Love it. And here we go. Oh, look at this suite. I can't zoom in anymore. I want to zoom in more. Let's take a look at our brothers, man. Starting crowns 3,100. That is pretty huge. We're going to be able to make serious moves with that. Alright. Oh my god. Okay. I'm already like a little kind of overwhelmed. Clicking on this does nothing. Though maybe it will as we start to kill. So, a tome of beasts, a treatise on the beasts of the world. Coded notes fill the margins and sections of the most interesting and real creatures. Greenskin research notes. A tidy collection of eyewitness reports, experiment logs, and research diaries detailing the anatomy of various greenskin specimens. Ledger of the dead. A ledger stuffed full of folktales, post-mortems, autopsy notes, and the mad scribblings of a supposed necromancer that collectively contain your knowledge of the undead. And then Book of Legends. A slim journal bound in fine leather containing your meager scientific notes on creatures of myth and legend. So, yeah, I guess men don't count at all. Even like barbarians of the north or anything like that. We start with a potion. Apotheosis Potion. This fantastic concoction is the pinnacle of what research on human anatomy has yielded. The few who know of its existence claim that to consume it is to ascend to a higher state of being. Something beyond a mere human. Gives you +1 hit point, +1 fatigue. Huh. Interesting. I might hold on to this for a second. Let's check out our bros. We start with Dietmar, who has no weapon. He has an Undertaker's hat, which is a new piece of armor, only 40 durability there. Okay. He's got Night Blind, which kind of sucks because he might make a decent archer or a decent hybrid character. So that basically just, to me, makes him a crossbowman. Let's read their backgrounds too. We should really get into this first episode. It's a lot of reading. Captain, is it all right if I call you Captain? Ah, of course it is. What? No, we were not calling you by another name. Yours is a smooth costard, good sir, and we will not be of such daring do to refer to you as a sellsword who is as ordinary as any of our Quintaneous clodpoles. God damn it. Or state that we were in some sense importuning commerce by conducting business with a man of your particular skills. No, sir, we would not. We are not children of perdition, sir. On the road to perdition. Great Tom Hanks movie. Actually, medium. I'm going to call it a medium Tom Hanks movie. I love insults that go over our heads. And then a sure footing is amazing. Plus 5 melee defense is great. Starts with 10, and he has no shield, no nothing. Undertaker's apron as well. I just realized this is new also. Not that it matters. These are things we're going to replace as soon as possible. Oh, interesting. This is kind of sick. Does this have any benefits? No. The Physician's Mask. Look at this. A thick leather hood with a distinctive bird-like mask. The beaks act as ventilators containing sweet-smelling herbs to ward away sickness and disease. Only take 50% of damage inflicted by harmful miasmas. This will never, ever, ever come into play. Ever. But it's still cool. Because by the time you're finding stuff in the game that produces miasmas, it's too late. You're going to have a massive helmet. You're going to have like a 300 helmet on this dude, not a 70. Still cool, though. I like that they did that. And then we have the Wanderer's Coat, which is also new. Our boy here is Werner. And he is probably, let's see, HP 1 in melee, good initiative. He's a sword and shield bro, basically. Spear and shield, sword and shield. I look at this guy as a shield bro, high, or I mean, he depending on what his melee skill gets up to, he could be a kind of a lower end two-handed bro, something like that. We'll just have to see. And he also has hesitant, which is terrible. But he's also got 3 stars in initiative, so kind of is a wash there. Despite other hesitancies, I've no qualms calling you a Javel, sir. You are, after all, a Javel, a scapegrace, some sellsword or another, yes. I think only a man who trucks cowardice would avoid calling you what you are. That someone disrespects your intelligence, thinking you yourself know not yourself. Even I see that in you, accepting who you are quite a good specimen. I mean, sellsword. I love it. I love it. Well written, absolutely well written. And then lastly, we have Bernhard here, who's got a masked kettle helmet, which is appearing to be the heavier of the armor. And the reinforced leather armor is 100 as well. Okay, cool. And this guy's got all the defense. And good starting stats, actually. And decent resolve to be something like a sergeant type character. I might be claiming Bernhard. Remains to be seen. Gotta get this guy something to shoot with. Let's read Bernhard's. Though our quotidian dialogues are no doubt drollery, beneath the bombastic surface, I must admit, honestly, guys, I read a lot. I don't know half of these words. I actually know the ones you would probably think that I know because I'm pronouncing them perfectly. The other ones, I'm like struggling a little bit. I can guess. Beneath the bombastic surface, I don't know what that is. I must admit, I feel a touch of sort of tennis savagery lurking within you, coming to the fore as if my words be fire. Even our most desultory talks has me on edge, the way you stare at me with such hateful eyes. Well, know this, bounty hunter, I am no casuist. I speak in earnest. You are too fine a specimen, I mean captain, to be lofting some sapskull's brickbats at. Understand? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Guys, if one of you wants to volunteer to translate some of these words here, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, wait. It's been a while since I've played, so I got to remember some of the finer points. So hopefully you guys don't mind that. I'm going to use this at some point. I'm not sure who to use it on. Right now I'm leaning towards using it on Bernhard, just to see what the effects are. But we might find something better. And this is such a small amount of benefit that I'm curious whether or not I'll be able to reproduce something like that. But anyway, guys, that's it. For those of you who've never played Battle Brothers, money, food, basically provisions that'll let us last longer. We've got tools and supplies, ammunition, medical supplies. We camp. Boom. Allows us to heal and repair equipment at a faster rate. We have our retinue, which is a newish mechanic in the game. This will come in handy much later. We'll talk about this. Yeah, we can't afford the 5,000 crowns to buy the bigger cart. We have none of these unlocked because our renown is quite small. I think the first one is 250. Indeed it is. We're currently unknown humans. And there we go. And then we have the relations to all of the different noble houses in the game. So we have the 3 city-states of the south, and then we've got 3 houses of the north. House Folsack, House Niedergard, and House Wilberg. And all we can hope right now is that, because we can't see the map, and you can see it's quite big, that it's a good map. I find a lot of the maps lately, in the last many times I've played the game, to be quite samey, which is a little frustrating. So let's see what kind of starting bros we might be able to pick up, starting equipment, which we desperately need, and starting contracts. This is the deal. Ooh, the barber. Okay. This is free. We can just kind of customize what our men look like. And I'm going to customize Bernhard, because I think I will claim him. Oh, damn. He's already looking sick. Wow. Unbelievable. We got 3 handsome gentlemen with this exact same body type. Now, normally you get a couple uggos, like if I'm being real. You get some guys who their face is all jacked up. I'm going to rock Bernhard. I'm going to change his beard. However, this is me currently. Do they have a better one? No. This is me currently. God, I love mutton chops. You know what? We're done. We're done. What was I even thinking? When mutton chops are an option, nothing else is an option. Let's check out the marketplace first. So, your start is very important in Battle Brothers for those who've never played before. The prices here appear to be a little bit high for purchasing. Anytime I see tools near about 400, I'm like, the prices are not great here. But your starting city can really dictate a lot at the start of your campaign. So right now what I'm seeing is I see this short bow. I see some spears. At this point, I would probably just take a bludgeon over a militia spear or a pitchfork. They have a gambeson, full Akaton cap. I'm looking at the damage is okay. Tools at this point are a little more expensive. You gotta do like a little bit of a cost benefit analysis. To repair this takes tools. Tools are expensive. This is cheap. Here's a full Akaton cap. There's a lot of math that goes into Battle Brothers. Everything here is quite expensive. We're at 7 days worth of provisions, which is quite enough, unless we pick up more gentlemen, which we're going to look to do. But I wanted to see what kind of equipment they might have for me to equip. So what do we have here? We cannot afford raiders as of yet. Buying this one raider is very tempting, actually. Very tempting, because he comes... If this was just better gear... He comes pre-leveled, and he comes with some gear. His weapon is like a tier 2 axe. His armor is very cheap. It's close to being worth. It's actually very close. Considering our supplies are so good, we don't really need money for anything currently. But see, someone like this might be a better option. Grabbing an early bastard who can have decent combat stats, but also have some negatives that come with them as well. And he starts fairly well equipped with an extra level, not too expensive, gives us some money to play around with. Man, do we invest in a bastard? I kind of like getting some more like unsavory characters for this run. I normally love to go for like nobles and we're going to want an Oath Taker. We're going to want things like Sword Masters, obviously, and just the highest tier Hedge Knights. We're going to want all the highest tier stuff we can get, of course. But I'm not one of those players who like avoids all the lower tier dudes. I like to try to find really quality lower tier guys and make them good. So something like a Bastard is more of like a... So someone like a Fisherman would be like a tier 1 if you're not familiar with the game. These guys have very low stats usually. A Monk, really amazing potential in storylines, but very weak combat stats. Something like a Raider would be tier 3 as well as a Sword Master. I would put Raiders in tier 3. They can come out with pretty sick stats. But a Bastard to me is more like a tier 2. I think we're going to grab him. This is interesting. I normally don't do this early on, but I think 4 men to begin with is not bad. We just need to kind of arm our other guy, and I think we're going to pick up that bow to do so. With the king away so long, Wolf's queen of a mother could hardly resist the temptations of a local servant. Hatred by both strangers and family steeled the bastard for the eventual difficulties outside his royal upbringing. Found in bed with a half-sister. Oh, damn, dude. The scandals in Wolf's life grew far too heavy to stay in the royal courts. Alright, well, your incest makes me like you a little bit less. However, we could try him out, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to hire him. Wish us luck on that purchase, because this guy could suck. He's an optimist. Good resolve. Look at this fatigue. Yeah, resolve is usually the thing that kills bastards. He starts with optimist, though. And this character is prone to excessive violence and cruelty towards his enemies. This is amazing. An opponent isn't good enough dead. His head needs to be on a spike. All kills are fatalities if the weapon allows. Hell yes. Melee skill, melee defense, and good fatigue. This is very strong. I like it. This does not leave us a lot of starting funds, however. Where can I put this? He drank it. Okay, he drank it. This will take 1 to 2 days to heal. Oh, his hit points are also quite low now that I see that. Okay, we can fix that. Actually, no. That's just because of the debuff. Duh, he's sick. Duh. Stupid dummy. Okay, so we've got his perks, and we've got his levels here. In the very early game, I think you want to go with Colossus for survivability. 25% hit points is great. And then after this, I'm going to grab Student. I've done the math many times. The 20% additional experience you miss out for your first level is nothing. It's literally nothing in the grand scheme of hundreds of days in a campaign. But the survivability that you get from Colossus on your first 20 days is everything. So we're going to grab that. I'm going to do very standard builds, I think, unless you guys want to come up with something extra creative. These are interesting rolls. I think fatigue is quite nice. What I'm looking at right now is a 3 in melee skill, a potential 4 in fatigue, and then I'm kind of debating. See, he's got 2 stars in melee defense. We want him to get better rolls in this. If this was a 4, I would snap it up. A 3 is not bad in hit points. For me right now, it's between getting this 3 in resolve versus this 3 in hit points. The survivability of having increased hit points in the early game is huge. We're going to take it. And that'll play even more into Colossus. Okay. Risky hire, man. Risky hire right off the bat. But we need a weapon. We need this. And do you have ammo for me? If they don't have a quiver, then the bow won't do me much good. And if that's the case, this might just be a pitchfork purchase. Something like this. We need some easy first contracts. There's no doubt of that. And we really need some shields. I'm going to bite the bullet, grab the shields. I think our chances of survival without shields for our bros is very slim. And I really don't want to lose anyone early. Alright, we've got 6 days. We cut it pretty damn tight. Let's see what these contracts are. The region has been prosperous before, but many of our assets have been pillaged. Okay, brigands, got it. And it's a really cheap contract. We'll accept. I'll need some time to think about it, but that's probably perfect for us. Okay, more brigands. Feel free to read these, guys. I've read all these a million times before. Anytime we get something new to read, I will read it. This is a follow the footprints. A little bit more. We'll accept. I'll need some time to think about it. Or if we just want to... See, this is nice as well. Escorting a caravan gives us time to heal from being sick. Allows us to clear some of the fog of war. And make a little bit extra money in the meantime. But it's not going to pay almost anything. So ideally, what we would do is do both of these contracts and then do this one to get out of here. Could also visit the tavern. Our men will never be confident. And then the harbor can set us sail. Oh, that's nice. If we wanted to go to the south, we could. Not yet, of course. We don't have the cash. Alright, let's do it. Hopefully this is not too far away. Oh, and actually, it's right here. I should have read this one maybe a little bit more. Do we want to engage with our bro being sick? I think the answer is yes. One quick check. Make sure everyone's fine. I'm a little concerned. But I think I've read this situation correctly. You find a weather vane stuck in the mud and a cow carcass beside it. A pig pen is layered with fresh green grass. One of the buildings has been verdantly painted by a crawl of vines. The cemetery's markings are tilted and some flat on the ground. You find a shovel in a hole beside it. Water's filled the unused grave, and there bluebirds are bathing. You wonder if this place would be best left as it is, but it's not your place to wonder. You head back to inform on the state of things. Okay. I was expecting to have to fight some undead or something. Okay. We're to take a troop of builders back and rebuild it. Shouldn't take long. I've not yet been paid for this, so now we go back. And with the caravan, hopefully these guys will help us fight. No fight. Awesome, so we fixed the amber collector. At no risk to ourselves. That's probably best case scenario. I would have loved to fight, but our best bro being sick is not great. Let's take our 270 and be happy with that. And shut our mouths. Yeah, next up. Follow the tracks. Return the Crystal Skull. My first Battle Brothers fight in a long time. And if you wonder what the other building is, if you're new, it's a temple. If we get some serious injuries, we can go to the temple and try to get rid of them. Not serious injuries, but like more temporary injuries. This is a dangerous fight. Huh. Okay. We'll take it. We could very easily die here. God, that would suck. Yeah, they're more dangerous than me. They are much more dangerous than me. A lot more shields. A lot of bonking weapons. What we could do... Let's hide the foliage here. We could back up. Try to hot gates them a little bit. But they're faster than me. But I don't think they're going to jump all the way in. Alright, shield bro there. Move you here, move you here. Yeah, his sick not doing so hot. Alright. If we can, we're going to spear wall. Once again, they might not jump in at all. We have to kind of wait and see how they react. Shield wall would be huge. But yeah, they're not coming in this turn. And here we're going to get a chance... Oh, no. Yeah, no, I thought we could attack from behind the rock. I don't know why. This is not great. They're being tricksy. Roll here. I was going to say, we could have gone with a parry. And they immediately break my spear wall. That sucks. Okay. We got to step in. Can't wait. And we whiff our first attack. These are bad signs. If we get some kills, yes. Then we've got a chance. We got to scare these guys. That's our best bet. Them focusing wolf sucks. Good hit. Would have been nice to be able to, like, put some damage on him. Good. Spread the damage around. That's what we need. Damn. Okay, we're shaking some of their confidence. Nice. We needed that to miss at least. Come on. Rough. And went for the stun. Didn't get it. Maybe a bad attack. Maybe I should have attacked here. Beautiful. That's not good. That's really not good. Needed to hit that attack. We could have tried to push them away. And that was extra, extra bad. Oh my god, I'm already feeling the Battle Brothers sweats. And here we go. We're going to lose dudes here. And our first battle, man. We just needed slightly better rolls. And you see how they're starting to break? We could take this fight again. The thing is, if I was playing this on my own, I would just restart the fight and do it again. So I think I will. Just see how far we could get. Yeah, we kill him. 4 versus 7 in the early game is bad. Yeah, and they're both dead, which of course we can't tolerate in this run. We took a kind of a hard fight that we know is not good for us. If I was just trying to play this like correctly, I just wouldn't take this fight. I would probably break the contract, go get the supply, and go to the city that's over here somewhere. Because it's like a guaranteed loss. I don't have enough crowns to buy another guy. Actually, I could get a monk, maybe, or something like that. Just another dude with a spear and a shield. But 4 versus 7 is tough, but I think we can do it. Let's give our bros a chance to be heroes. I know some people, like, reloading saves is, like, the thing they hate the most. And trust me, I get it. But I've played way too much Battle Brothers to, I don't know, I just don't have that feeling anymore. It's all about fun. I would like to make use of both of these. Or both of them, as some people might say. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to step down that away. But this is where our bros get a chance to really be like heroes. They get a chance to do this again. And this time not die. It's like that movie Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, which is a sick movie, by the way. And then me, I get a chance to knock a bunch of the rust off that I've had from not playing this game for a long time. So they're going around. They don't want to take the fight on the high ground, which I don't blame them. We conserve our fatigue by not putting up shield walls. Really great first hit that we needed. Spear wall goes up. We're going to wait here. This should be a kill. We're damn near close to it. Okay. Could shield wall, and I will. Double shield wall, they each get the defensive bonus. And it's a big one. And that's going to allow the spear wall to be effective. Plus the high ground gives you defensive bonus as well. Okay. If they're not going to let me fight them on the high ground, kind of a risky attack. But getting a two-man surround kind of negates the shield a little bit. This is bad. We're going to want a shield wall here for sure. I'm going to stay on the low ground, even though this is great for me to step on the high ground. Because what I might do is step in here and give these guys another target with their crappy wooden sticks, which might alleviate some of the surround on Bernhard. Honestly, getting that kill would have been huge, because then it would have been just a two-man surround. Nice. The picks are rough versus the armor. The question here is now, do we go... Actually, we can't even shield wall. We don't have the fatigue. Swords, very accurate. So they're going to take the high ground against me. I should have known. I can push him off, but it doesn't do any damage. I tried. We had a good chance to kill this dude, which would have freed up some other attacks from different vectors. Now we're locked in here and we're stunned. Absolutely terrible. And Bernhard's kind of left to fend for himself here. The stun here is brutal. That's kind of what the early game thugs do. Oh my god. Come on, game. I guess I'm just being greedy. Trying to come in with 4 guys. We'll fight it still because he could just be fine. Should have went for the attack. Now I'm getting tilted. I should have went for the attack up here. Even though it's a less likely chance to hit, it was a good chance to get a kill. He could just have some injury that's like not even a real bad injury. And just make that part of his story, which I like to do. Nice. And with him broken, now we just come down here for the surround. He's going to try to flee. Hopefully we chop his head off. And you see how close we were to kind of a nice easy victory. And I'm wondering how much Wolf being sick is playing a part in his performance here. No, Dietmar died. Damn it. I don't want to lose my starting brothers, guys. Damn, I hate doing this. Let's try it again. And if this sucks, if this doesn't go well, we'll do some different early game strategies. So, different things we could do here. There's high ground right here. That's a little dangerous, actually, now that I'm... God dang it, I'm playing like a noob. Because that's what's going to happen. They're faster than me. So that was always what was going to happen. But we might be able to kill them off of this spot. Let's try it anyway. Fortune favors the brave. We might be able to take this high ground from them. I don't mind damage on Dietmar. He just can't die. That's a good kill. But it's just going to free up room for this guy to come and smash me. This guy's a problem. I mean, they're all problems. He's got shield wall up. We have to get rid of him. And we kind of got to get rid of him too before he kills Dietmar. But then also Werner's in a tough spot. We just don't have enough men to cover. If we take this fight a bunch of times, we're not going to waste you guys' time. We're gonna quit that one. This will be faster if I just load up. Yeah, so I guess we can't take that fight yet. We just need more men. So we're gonna go back. Yeah, and pardon me, guys. Just a little rusty, I guess. If we took that fight a bunch of times, we would do fine. Eventually we would get the win. We gotta wait till daytime to recruit more men. Alright, we get our first like mission here. Brothers, the Dark Brigade must show the world we are forged of a hotter fire than other mercenary bands. As our reputation grows, so will the influx of crowns to our coffers. Let us forge a path to greatness. So, just go into the wilderness and plunder a place. That's going to be easy. Or forging a bond of trust, which we may have to break because we might not be able to do this early contract. I took a big risk hiring the bastard. Instead of just grabbing, like, a fisherman and a monk. I'm kind of down to grab a monk. I love how these guys interact with the game. So let's get Arnold. A quiet monk has spent untold days worshipping the old gods in Tiefenstadt's monastery. But one night a woman bedded him. He woke with his faith cratered in the crumbled sheets around him. Ashamed, he never returned to his monastery. You get the feeling Arnold wants release from this sinful world. If that's the truth, then he has come to the right place. Get in here, Arnold. No shame in liking ladies. A lot of us have that same affliction. Here we go. The monk is in. His stats, kind of medium. Medium bad. But we can outfit him. It's just going to take almost everything we have. And no shield for you, sadly. Let's do it. If we can beat this contract, we'll be back off to an okay footing. We'll have the money we need to pay our bros. And let's check before we get into the fight to see if we're still sick. Yeah, still sick. We'll heal by tomorrow. Let's do it, let's do it. And your job is really just to cover here. Like to keep shields together for shield wall purposes. It's all about which way they go. If they're going to swarm the top, or they're going to swarm the bottom. And it's looking like they're hugging the middle. Pretty sneaky, sis. We're going to pass here. Going to let Wolf bear the brunt of the attacks. Going to riposte. I think I said parry earlier. We're going to riposte. It's like a counterattack. Wouldn't be surprised to see them all swarm Arnold. Did he attack here and we didn't get a riposte? That sucks. Take the 78%er. Because we've got 2 men on him. That's how it works. Nice. Spear wall doing work. In the early game, I'd like to get spears on everyone. This kind of like dagger stuff sort of sucks. Alright. I went for a kind of a greedy play. An early kill would have been huge to wreck their morale and boost ours. I went for a greedy play for a stun. Did not pay off. And now I think we're going to pay. I will say this. If Arnold dies, I'm not nearly as heartbroken. Like they said, he kind of wants to die anyway. And the first kill goes to us. 65% chance we whiffed. Would have been incredible. And down goes the monk. Yeah. could have potentially changed the course of the battle. And guys, also, if you don't know, having your units or your guys breaking also decreases your likelihood to hit. So there's a lot of little mathematical factors at play here. And they stunned me. Okay. Nice. Got some of them breaking. This is proving to be a slightly more difficult start than I was anticipating. These guys really aren't that bad at combat. A kill there would have been big, would have prevented him from attacking me. They're not that bad. It's just this is kind of a tough contract at seven thugs right off the bat. Let's go down to help Dietmar. I don't think Wolf needs any help. Oh my god, y'all. You know what this is making me want to do? Like Deus Valdus right into an Oathtakers campaign. That's what this is making me want to do. I need bros who can kill. And I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. We're about to Deus Volt. We're about to go full for the lady. Do we do it? Do we just totally switch up the campaign? That would, honestly, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Not that I'm not having fun, but it's over. It's over. This is such an inauspicious start. Even though I take full and complete and total blame. Completely inauspicious start. Methinks I might enjoy an Oathtakers campaign. Let's check it out, guys. Let's check it out. Oathtakers are knightly warriors beholden not to liege lords, but to kicking ass. Alright, let's start. Instead of the Dark Brigade, could go Light Brigade. Let's see if you have more luck than your predecessor. Same stuff. Let's jump in. Guys, I'm being a bit memey here, but also this is cool because we're going to get a chance to see the early mechanics of the Oathtakers. And then, honestly, vote. Which would you like to see? Give me one more good vote in the comment section. We can get much better gameplay than these first few losses. Honestly, I can just abandon the contract and go do something else, build up the company a little bit better, and then take more fights. That's totally an option. We don't have to keep banging our head against a fight that's too difficult and is too costly early on. But also, maybe this will just end up being more fun. So you knew the game well, and like any good game, you got burned out on the rules and the rule setters. Oaths for this, oaths for that. All you knew is you never got to hold young Anselm's skull, and last you saw some Oathbringer had stolen off with the lad's preeminent jaw. Leaving the Oathtakers was the best decision you ever made, if only to preserve what little sanity you had left. Unfortunately, the faithful have a strong nose for the apostate scent. When you opened the door this morning, it was like looking at two piles of shit some prankster kid had left you. Hasso and Landric, in the flesh. The former an older man who simply never shook his beliefs, and the latter a talented squire who reminds you of yourself. No doubt the more mawkish talker. It was the younger lad who made his plea. The Oathtakers need a man familiar with the land to help them around, completing quests and oaths. You shut the door only to find the older man's foot in it. He held up a pile of gold and your nose must have wrinkled, or wiggled because both men lit up. Now, you're only going along because times are tough and because mercenary work, even under the guise of religious duty, can make some outstanding coin. And if someone is willing to bankroll you into such an opulent task, then so be it. There is only one condition. You will take the oath of captaincy, which means all the battling and rough roading will be done by others. Without pause, the Oathtakers agree. And then they show you young Anselm's skull. You've lost touch with the organization, but seeing that lad's dumb dome still brings a stir in your heart. Landric nods. For gold, glory, and young Anselm. Damn, that got me hyped. That got me hyped all of a sudden. Okay, let's check out our two brothers and see how much better we may or may not like this campaign. We start off with Landric, the young squire. What do you look like, Landrick? Ugh, okay, see, that's what I was talking about. Landrick, you're going to keep that helmet, the Man in the Iron Mask helmet. The adorned closed flat top. Hopefully we can either get things to make armors adorned, or we can buy them that way. He's gluttonous, so he eats all the food. Good initiative, that's pretty meh. Good melee skill, good melee defense. You're okay. You're okay, but not great. Good stats, but not great overall. When Anselm set out on his quest, it was Landrick who joined him first. Despite the young Anselm's untimely death, Landrick still sought to see the young man's vision through. He is an ardent believer in the oaths, and can be frequently found idolizing and commemorating young Anselm's skull. And then the old man here starts with a couple levels. He starts with the skull. The skull of young Anselm, the first oath taker, adorning oneself with such a priceless artifact would surely fill any man to the brim with honor and courage, giving +7 resolve. Okay, that's kind of his sash. Good starting armor. He gets the battle standard. Looks sick. For those of you who don't know, it allows us to kind of rally dudes. And he's old. He starts off old. So more resolve, which makes him an even better kind of standard bearer, sergeant type character. But no positives, but also no negatives. I mean, old is negative. Unless you're the sergeant, old is negative. Really bad range defense, but he has points in it. Some melee skill, great resolve. Once again, not amazing, but not terrible as well. Let's get Colossus on him. Get him some decent HP to survive those rough early battles as we saw. And then Student, which will give him additional experience. Okay, what are we looking at here? 4 for fatigue. He's going to need as much fatigue as he can get. We may take some early game resolve, although it's not going to be huge for us early game because he does have the banner. This guy's not going to break. I wouldn't mind getting the 3 in melee skill and then the 4 in range defense. Though range defense not relevant yet. I can't abide negative numbers. We might get this to like a neutral, a 0 or 1 or whatever, and then stop pumping it. But I'm going to take the 4 there, and then we're going to go for the next level. Another 4 in fatigue, a 4 in HP I think is great. And then I'm going to take the 3 in melee skill. There were lots of other ways we could have gone with that, but I think that's great. How much hit points do we want on him? This is getting close to good. About anywhere from 70 to 80 I like. You need over 71. 71 is a threshold that I figured out a long time ago where certain weaponry and on certain enemies can one-shot you. I never want to have anything have the option to one-shot me in the game, so I always build above 71. But above that, not always necessary if you build into defense as opposed to HP. But you want to do, I like my brothers to be a bit balanced. We start with no ammunition. That's a little rough. And not a lot of cash. Man, really makes me appreciate the Anatomists start there. Lots of missions for us. They've got terrified villagers, so less recruits. That sucks. Yeah, and us buying stuff. This is not a good place for us to start. And if I was going to play these guys, I like the idea of getting more like sanctimonious characters, like a monk. Meinolf. One monk amongst many, Meinolf used to wander the steepled temples of Königsmund, but when a child asked him a faith-shattering question, Meinolf abandoned his faith. That guy was definitely Satan in disguise. Seeking our spirituality by other means. While Meinolf's hands are better clasped in prayer than around the handle of a sword, few mercenaries have the sense of resolve that he does. I wouldn't want too many of, low-tier dudes like Meinolf, but who knows? He's got great defensive stats. Good resolve, could be kind of a backup captain. A lower chance to inflict friendly fire. I like that. I don't know if I've ever seen team player. Interesting. Sorry guys, I got mildly distracted. I'm getting a bunch of spam calls as we speak. But this guy's not terrible. Put our bandage on him. Let's see if we can get him some loot at hopefully not extremely exorbitant prices. Not bad prices, honestly. The padded leather, getting one of those early is good. This is terrible. Damn. The prices could be better. I think we get this stuff for him. He'll never survive if we don't. We might just have to spend the big bucks, even though it sucks. Get him a bludgeon instead of a spear. Spears compensate for low melee skill, which is why I like to get them. So do swords. Something like this. Not bad. That's not a bad bit of equipment for an early bro. Let's see what some of these starting things are. Oh, you know what? As well, Landrick, I will not take away your scars. I will just give you some hair, though. You know, even the Jason Statham is better than what you had going on. Having a broken face and the scarred body makes sense. And Hasso, you look as tired as I feel sometimes. Meinolf looks tough as crap for a monk. Let's give him a slightly different face, maybe. Let's give him a thinking man's face. Yeah, I like that. Alright, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. Okay, we'll accept that. And these are our bros. Hasso, I want to do you dirty like that, Hasso. Let's give him a sicker beard. You know what? I'm down with that. Hair. Give him some Witcher hair. And I don't want to lose the 6 scars. That'll work. He's jacked. And he's scarred. Anything else before we get going? We don't want to pay for any alcohol. Not yet. What do you need? They stole your fertility thingamajig. We'll accept that. Could be another case of a fight a little too difficult for us. One of the things I think that screwed us in the other beginning that we tried was that first mission we took, I was hoping it would be an easy fight to get some gear to outfit bros, and instead we ended up having to spend a bunch of money, not on bros, but on the gear. It may have been better to kind of abandon that place altogether and just search for another city after doing that first easy mission. There's a lot of stuff we could have done there to prevent the rough deaths. Brigands. I'll need some time to think about that. That could be too tough for us as well. Okay, some undead. Okay, I think I've got the order of operations here. Let's try to get this back, this idol back. And here we go, the first glimpse of the mechanic here. Days have come and gone, and the nights you have mostly sat alone pondering. But you're not always alone. In moments of introspection, the oath taker, young Anselm, I'm going to say it wrong every time. I keep wanting to call him the Lion from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Handing you purpose and duty, and this past evening he made it clear to you that the Light Brigade's next oath should be. There is no error in battle more fatal than meekness. Let us take the oath of wrath and show our foes what it truly means to be laying low. So, young Anselm wrote many manuals on martial fighting, the most popular of which implore the use of two-handed weaponry and the absconsion of battle tact. Dried blood models the pages of these texts. A 15% chance bonus to hit when using two-handed weapons. This is not going to help us at all. We don't have this, but we have lower defenses. Then we have the Oath of Valor. Your men will never flee in battle, but we gain 15% less experience, which kind of sucks. I don't think we need this early. But it says, remember in times of peril that courage can overcome skill. While little can be learned through bravery alone, sheer determination shall keep you alive. And that is well enough as any conclusion to the lessons of battle. And then lastly here, none of your men take any crowns as wage, but they do not heal injuries. Ah, okay. Huh. But does that mean they do not heal health? If all is within the realm of the old god's gifts, then pain itself shall be the bitterest fruit. But an offering it is, nonetheless, and so our battle against pain is one of greatest selfishness. Upsize from the healer's mend, and equally so from the merchant's lend. Oh my god. I think we gotta test it. This sucks. If our brothers get really badly hurt in the first fight and can't heal at all, that's really bad. And this is another, like, big 7 brigand fight. Yeah, we're gonna have problems. We all gonna die. Let's do it. They're just trying to get me wrecked here. There's some high ground nearby we could take advantage of. I kind of just want to run with Meinolf. Alright. And let these two duke it out. And if some of them want to chase Meinolf, that's even better. Because then they won't be involved in the real fight. This weapon is also terrifying. That's got to go. And a kill here would be clutch. We didn't get the kill. Very close. Yeah, Meinolf, you're just going to have to keep running, homie. Yes. Just keep them chasing. Damn. Wait. This is pretty bad. I thought we were faster than him, but we are not. If we stun him, we could have gotten away. And now we're locked down here. And Meinolf is, potentially screwed? This is a 93% chance. We'll take it. Meinolf, I believe. Truly, I believe in you. Oh no, never mind. You did. You super did, homie. God, I tried. I don't know. Maybe I should have just ran him even further away. There can be no victory here. There's not even any attacks here for us. A break there might have been kind of clutch. A kill there is good, but the odds of us just getting hit here are so high. Yeah, we had to risk that. Come on, Meinolf. Become the legend. Become the legend. Oh my god. 66-75, we take that. Beautiful. I would have used a shield wall there had I been able to. Damn. Okay. Try to step in here to give this guy another target. I don't believe we're going to fade another attack. The shield goes. Killing him was clutch. Whiffing the stun there was unbelievably bad. There's no way. Oh my god, we're so close. We're so close to pulling this out. Oh my god, I'm shattered. Cut his flippin' head off. Unbelievable. Run them down. These dogs. Meinolf was my boy. We just met, but we were tight, man. God. That sucks. He was almost a badass, and then he literally got decapitated. We didn't get his helmet back. And his shield was broken. But I think this is a fine place to leave for today. What a tragic episode. Let's collect our pay. We'll collect our pay and then we'll call it for the day. Guys, I really want to know what you think. which Let's Play you'd like to see more. Or if you have any suggestions for the Anatomists Let's Play. What do you think about my risky bastard purchase for $2 grand? Yeah. Maybe we just need to go kind of solo with these two in the beginning. Maybe that's just what we have to do. And not expect anyone else really to survive. It'll be a little easier on the provisions. Yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed our first brutal episode of our new Battle Brothers Let's Play. Your votes in the comment section down below honestly will sway me and determine the course of this Let's Play. I'm down for either or. I will say, though, I would like to see more of the potions. I don't know. Maybe we could do something totally different. Why not do both? Why not do 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes in the Anatomists, and then the second 30 minutes of an episode on the Oath Takers? I've never done that before. I've never done that, but I've never even thought of doing that before. And just get two side-by-side campaigns, and then that way we can kind of compare them as we play. I don't hate that. That's a good idea. You know what? Don't even bother voting. I think that's what we're gonna do. And you know, on some days if we get a little bit pulled into one campaign versus the other, maybe we just kind of stick with it. But I like that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Brett, channel's Good Talk Gaming and all that. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, y'all.